Hey, DBE crew, super excited for this episode. We are diving in with a solo episode all about the truth behind building a multiple seven-figure brand and business, and the exact thing, the one thing that I did in order to scale my business, scale my income, and scale my impact. So believe it or not, I did this one thing back in 2017, and that's when I went from sort of cute side hustle to multiple seven-figure business owner, which is pretty cool, and I'm really proud of it. You ready for it? I went from one-on-one to one-to-many. So what does that mean? I went from whether it was training one-on-one clients in person or working with one-on-one clients online, sending emails to them, doing Zoom calls with them, doing check-ins with them through a Google Drive or a Dropbox, to instead shifting my entire focus to one signature product or one signature offer where I was able to serve one-to-many. So one-to-many is this idea that it is group coaching or a course. And so in my same amount of time, in 1 hour's time, I'm able to then communicate and work with many people. So conceptually, if you break this down, it's very simple. Obviously, we can make more money because you're serving more people, and by you serving more people, you can make more impact. So it's not rocket science. Now, did that mean that I did away with all of my one-on-one clients? No, absolutely not. Does it mean that the clients now don't get the same results or experience or intimate connection? I deeply believe, no, absolutely not. And that's what I want to talk about today. Here's the thing. I deeply, deeply believe, not just from my own work and business and results, but the thousands of clients that I've worked with, I believe that it's more powerful oftentimes for your clients to be in a group setting. When they're in a group setting, we're societal beings. We're like tribal beings. We like to be with other people. We are the type of species that needs other people around, survival of the fittest. We don't do well totally by ourselves. Now, I love my time alone, don't get me wrong. I've got that introverted side of me. That's how I refuel. I'm an extrovert, but I refuel introverted, right? I think a lot of us do. I love my time alone. However, when we're looking to hunt down an animal or keep us safe at night or weather the storm, we do better when we're in groups. And so we look for other people. We're looking for those people to help keep us safe, to talk through what's going on in our head, to support each other, to hold each other accountable. So when you put clients into a group setting, naturally and organically, that is going to happen without you even doing anything or telling them to do this. So what do I mean here? A lot of times when you put clients into a group setting, you don't have to do as much work on the side of holding them accountable, supporting them in their journey. They're naturally going to gravitate towards one another. A lot of times that whole idea and concept of like you pay for your friends for some reason is super taboo, but how about this? When you have one-to-many, you're giving people an opportunity to be in these rooms, to be expanded and supported. They're gonna find lifelong friends and accountability partners, and it will remove some of the workload and pressure that you feel when you have one-on-one clients. The other thing that happens, people think that there's gonna be a lack of results, but again, we're social beings. So the snowball happens when someone has results. We naturally go for, wow, that's possible. We see evidence that it's possible. And so when someone in your program or your group or your course, they have a win, not only is it cause for everybody to celebrate and elevate the frequency of the energy in the room and elevate the motivation and momentum of the work that they're doing, but it also becomes evidence for people who are unsure if it's possible. Waiting to feel motivated is not a strategy. So we don't want to wait for motivation. We want to create the momentum. And when you're in a group, that momentum is easier to create. So what I have seen to be true is actually my client results have skyrocketed as I've moved clients from one-to-one to one-on-many. The other thing is people often think that in a group setting, people aren't going to feel seen and heard or understood or like they're valued. They don't want to become a number. Now, I am all for that. I would hate for any client to feel like they're just a number. I don't want to feel like I'm just a number. So there are things that you can do in your group program or your course to ensure that your clients don't feel like a number. For us, what we do is we slice and dice our groups. So when we launch a group, so we'll take the 60, 50, 100 people that have joined and we'll break them up into teams or into cohorts so that they're mini groups of 25, 30 max to make sure, just like a classroom in school, our clients are feeling seen and heard. When they're on a coaching call, there's not 100 people on the call. There might be 25 people on the call. And they'll cycle through and they'll get to go to the different coaches and they'll get to get their questions answered. So another example for us, not only do our clients get a text message every single Monday when they're in our program where we're reminding them of where they're at, I'm giving them love notes, voice memos, boosters, motivation, homework, etc. I'm checking in on them, but they're getting automated emails every single week. Hey, don't forget, you should be on this module. It should take this amount of time. These videos are each 12 minutes, 8 minutes, and 6 6 minutes. In our Facebook group where we house our community, we have a thread that we put up every single day, which one of our coaches is responsible for. So we have a whole team of coaches, which you can do too. And then we have a coach each day that's responsible for, I'm the coach if you need anything today. And if I can't answer it, I'm not gonna let my ego get in the way. I'm gonna tell you I either don't know, I'm gonna find out for you, or I will tag the appropriate coach who can help you. Just by integrating these different little nuanced strategies, it ensures that our clients feel seen and heard. The other thing that you can do if you have a ton of resistance, because you're like, yeah, Jess, that's great, but I read stool samples and I read blood work and it's super personalized. Then what you could do is you could offer some one-on-one calls throughout the group program. You can have that as a tiered approach where people can buy and it's like an upsell for a VIP with like a hybrid one-on-one situation. You could also still do blood readings and stool sample readings, but maybe it's not on a one-on-one call because we want to make sure that we're maximizing and leveraging your time. So maybe what you do is once a week or once a month, you take your clients' results that come back and you sit down on your time and you can use Loom or Zoom and you can do a screen recording of yourself going through the results and you're talking them through what this means and what this doesn't mean and what you want them to do or not do or eat, etc. You can just email it to them. So it stays personal. It doesn't have to be vulnerable. It doesn't have to mean that it has to get shared publicly, but it also doesn't mean that you have to have another call on your calendar. Now you can do it on your own time. So you're creating the container. Expectations equal experience. So whatever you promise them, tell them, show them, or share with them that they're going to get or what they can expect, that will create the experience they have. And that's going to determine whether or not it feels like you've over-delivered or under-delivered. So I would always say when it comes to messaging, you almost want to under-deliver in the messaging and then over-deliver in the program, rather than over-deliver and promise them the world. And then they get in it and they're like, wait, this isn't exactly what I thought. That's going to leave you with a pretty unhappy customer. When people ask me how I scaled to multiple 7 figures or even how I scaled to my first million, the one thing that I did different was I changed from a one-to-one to a one-to-many model. And I still had one-to-ones, but I started trading that same hour of time to then work with 20, 30, 40, 50 clients in that amount of time instead of just one client. So if you're looking to scale your business, or maybe you're even looking to start your business and you're wondering where to start, I'm a huge advocate for groups. If you couldn't tell, I love them for so many reasons. So if you're looking for the one thing that was able to make it pop for me, that was it. And of course, over time, systems and structure and strategy and more content and being omnipresent and building a team. And that's really how we've now continued to scale. But to go from just 5 or 6 figures to 7 figures, I switched to one thing and it was going from one-to-one to one-to-many. So if you're listening and you're loving this and you've had a little mindset shift, let me know. Take a screenshot, share it on social media. Tell me what your mindset shift was. Or just shoot me a DM because I want to talk to you. I love talking to you and I love hearing that you love these episodes. It lets me know exactly what you're looking for and what you want to hear more of. So as always, my friends, cheers to your evolution.